call. So thank you. Oh, it's frozen. Hold on. There we go. Thank you guys for getting on. Today we are going to do some talking about social media. I would consider myself more of an expert with Facebook and like pages. And I actually think Jess is probably more of an expert with Instagram. So Jess, if you have any like input or any tips, she does Instagram really well, in my opinion. I kind of dabbled in it and then I kind of stopped, and it's hard to get back in when you stop. But I'm trying to get back with it because she's had some good luck with it. So it's definitely different than Facebook for sure. But they've changed some things to make it easier, which is helpful to connect with people through what we do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share my screen so you can see, because I have a PowerPoint. This PowerPoint was from oh my gosh, I don't even know how many diamonds she is, but she is above us a couple, and she was in our diamond page group. I'm blanking on her name at the moment. I'm trying to think, is it Alicia? I don't know. But if I told you who it was, you would know who it was. But so she provided that with us. So let me screen share. I literally just had a panic attack because I heard someone walk in, and there's Mike. But I did not know it was him because he was away. I'm like, who is walking in my house? You gonna listen to me the whole time? All right, well, I'm going somewhere else. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you. All right, so can you guys see that, or are you guys not able to see it because there's our faces in the side? You're good? Okay. If you have any questions, unmute yourself in the middle of it, because I can't see if you're muted or not. Someone's making something in the microwave.
Oh, it's fine. Sorry. I'm big.
Teresa, you can mute yourself in the bottom left corner of the screen. There's a little microphone. You can press that and it'll mute you. So if you have a question, just unmute yourself.
Oh, okay.
All right. So all about social media. This is talking about good things to do, good things to post, things to kind of leave out for Facebook and Instagram. So just looking over this, being a product of the product is definitely something that we need to do. Whether it be a sweaty workout picture or just a picture of your workout area with weights or whatever in a quote, doing pictures of your Shakeology, which I find something we drink it every day, but we forget to post it. Jess, you post it a lot. I've seen some posts from you with that because you drink in the morning. But I drink at school during the day, so it's not like I'm going to post a picture while I'm at work with it. But being a product of the product, posting that what we're doing, just showing what we're doing so people know you're on your health and weight loss journey. Sharing your family life. Don't leave out your family. Show those pictures of your kids, your husband, your brother, sisters, your anything with family, because that's still who you are and people want to see you. Speak to your niche market. So making sure you know who you're speaking to, whether it be stay-at-home moms or working moms or fresh out of college or athletes or older people, making sure you're speaking to them. So when you're talking, it comes off that you're addressing them and you're addressing their concerns at their age or what they're doing. Like if it's a stay-at-home mom, talking about time, talking about like strategies on being productive and things like that, and valuable things. Show bonuses of Beachbody. So this is like the one that is posted here with his two girls, and he's talking about how he's going to miss his kids when he goes on a trip that Beachbody's sending him on with his wife. But then he talks about, but Beachbody is also sending me on a vacation for free. So you have to continuously talk about what experiences Beachbody has given you, whether it be going to Summit and getting to experience another state. Like, to me, I feel like I'm very cultured, or more cultured, I guess, and being able to see more things and is definitely, I don't know, has been a plus for me. Just going to Nashville, going to Pittsburgh, I know it's not really that far away, but are things that I would really not normally do unless I was in this, going on vacations and things like that. No sales pitches. I've seen things from other companies like, what was it, Mary Kay? Someone was like, I need 3 more people to hit my goal this month. Who wants to join me? And it's like, wait, so do you want me to join because this product's really good, or do you want me to join you because it's helping you make money and achieve a goal? Because I'm all about helping you and achieve a goal, but are you in this for the sale? Are you in this for my benefit of your product? So be careful with those. And then promoting his brand, not Beachbody. So promoting him as a coach, promoting him as a motivational speaker, him as a motivational piece to use every day in challenge groups. You want to sell yourself rather than Beachbody. Make yourself sound like this person that you wish you were with all the time in a challenge group, and you can't like not say no to them. Another thing, sharing your truths, your past fears. So sharing things like down here, she was talking about how she used to be on WIC and struggled with providing food for her family, and she was only allowed to, choose certain foods, and now she has the freedom of giving her son whatever he wants. Showing just a picture of her fridge there. Anything that you want to share that's in your past, always make it just a spin on what you learned from it, a positive from that. I find that the deeper and the more meaningful my posts are, the better they are, because people are appreciative of it because someone can relate to it. I know a lot of you have some things that you deal with that are sensitive and emotional, and I think other people can relate to if you open up about it. You might be surprised. Add value for free. So I read somewhere, maybe I listened to something once, that the best way to start is to provide yourself for free. People want to see you providing things for free 70% of the time and then offering something 30% of the time. So whether that's free groups, free tips, recipes, motivation, I consider those all free things. Even like simple tips for like something that you found that made something easier. Or I know Laura posted something once because she makes her own laundry detergent. That was such an awesome post because it showed a way for a family to save money. So add value for free. Speak about Beachbody through your experiences, whether it be something that you experienced with challenge groups or with traveling somewhere, with meeting people, with these calls, anything like that. Speak to your niche market. We already said that. And then talk from your heart. Really just get deep with people. Sometimes asking them advice, make people know that they matter to you, your friends. Also, I want to point out that if you notice on most of these posts, and then look on some of these, they end in questions. And I know we hit that in Coach Camp. And that is something to keep in mind, making sure you're ending in questions, because it makes people more engaged in your posts. You can't do it all the time, but when it is possible, end in a question. Even if it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I was up with the kids all night. And then next line, who else feels like sluggish today, or something like that, just to see responses. Here, that's who made this PowerPoint right here. I think it's Alicia, isn't it? I think so. I think it's Alicia Reyes. That's her name. Okay, so living your life by design, showing that you are creating your life because Beachbody is helping you. Stevie's a perfect example. She is a stay-at-home mom, and she wanted to bring in some, support her family and feel like she's bringing in income. So she's doing Beachbody and she's able to feel like she's part of that family and bringing in money for the household. So that's perfect. She's doing what she wants, being home with her child and showing that it's possible using Beachbody. Being normal and sharing your life like as normal as possible. Showing people what is possible. When something little, you might think it's little, but think about that first check you got. It wasn't that, maybe now you look back and you're like, oh, that was a really small check, but to you, like that was huge. So show the value in that. Like my first check, I think was like $15, but like show the value. I just paid for dinner for me with something I do for fun. Showing value in what you're able to use with that, whether it be gas or your mortgage or whatever it is. Showing your passion and excitement, posting things about challengers, posting things about your group is something great that happened in your group, selling the dream without saying anything about Beachbody, talking about, you got something you've been wanting to get or something like that, or traveling to something for like Summit, I keep coming back to Summit, talking about how this opportunity has brought you to that. Again, speaking to your niche market, that's on every slide. And fun and people want to connect with her. So meaning making sure your posts are fun, making sure that you're able to connect with others. Things not to do. You can tell right there, a lot of these are stock photos. So not using those stock photos for like programs. So a picture of Shalene or a picture of Shanti or the person that did the test group, their before and afters. I see some top coaches use them. When I see that, it doesn't appeal to me unless it's someone that is your challenger, like a transformation. Like that speaks more than a stock photo from an infomercial. But these posts are way too salesy. So try to include you in the pictures. If you want to promote the 21 Day Fix, hold up your DVDs and you're with you in the picture. So you're in it and it's not just a stock photo. And another thing I noticed, this person went a little crazy on the hashtags. That's important in Instagram, but I would delete some of those on Facebook. Like I will include like 3 or 4, but Instagram, that's perfect. It's all about that in Instagram because that's how you connect with people. But as far as Facebook, I would get rid of some of those. Selling versus sharing, sharing before and afters rather than sharing before and after from a stock photo is way better. Making sure we're showing us or showing real people, showing real value. If you want to do something with Shakeology, it's great. Include you in the picture or do a real picture of your Shakeology. Over here on the left, this was from our summer sales. It'll happen again this summer as well, and it happens at Christmas time. These are sales that happen. Instead of just posting this whole picture, an easy way is just to say, hey, summer sale, or make a cool picture of you like excited. Message me for the sales. And then you can message the people that message you this picture. Then they can see that rather than just post it up there, because why would anyone contact you now? Because they see everything. They're going to go purchase it from someone they don't know because they're just going to go on the website rather than you giving them the link and them purchasing through you. All right, share your real life. Making sure you're sharing what's going on in your life. This is why I find it hard to plan posts, because I think it needs to be something that's real and happening right now. So sometimes in my life, I think something bad or something good happened and it's valuable and to share it. I will admit, I do think a little bit differently now in my life. When I come across an experience, I'm like, oh, I really need to post about this. And that's kind of sometimes how you have to see it. So posting still about your kids, like I said, trips, fun things like that. Easy here, if she was going to the nail place beforehand saying, hey, I'm going to get my nails done. any ideas of what I should do. That's going back to asking those questions. Facebook tips. I'm not going to read through all this, but I will post this so you guys can look over it again. This is, again, just talking about her why and making sure you're posting about it. You probably posted it one time, maybe 2 times, but one time at least during Coach Camp. But making sure you're posting it more than that. Try to get in the habit of doing a Transformation Tuesday. And there are plenty of before and afters that are for your use in Team Revival and Team Infinite Fitness, and I think Team Resurrection, for you to use whenever you want. People have provided them so you can use them. Even if it's someone you don't know, it's still someone part of our team. So sharing those, and then also continue to share yours because your story keeps changing as well. So keep sharing your story and your why. All right, going to our pictures. I talked about this briefly on our Coach Camp call last week. Our Facebook picture should be a picture of us. Now, she says only of you. I think as long as you're in it, that's fine. But making sure it's an updated picture so people know who you are at the moment. And then make your profile picture things that are important to you. You can make a cool collage with your kids and your husband, some quotes, a picture of you working out, whatever you want. Here's an example of what she did. She kind of put just her in a nutshell up there. So I was right. Alicia Reyes, that's who it was. Okay, another thing, making sure you are sharing, like we said, sharing good things for other people for free. You're being a leader and sharing them things that they can use, that are useful information, tips. I'm trying to think what else. Like I said, recipes. But like today, I posted about the pineapple. Now I didn't post what I do use for the pineapple, which I could have, and that would have been like a good a tip for when cutting pineapples. But sharing any little like easy tips for people is really good, like to save time and money. Those are like the 2 things that people love. Sharing your own results, that goes back to the constantly sharing your transformation, your why. Even if you do a program. So I started Hammer and Chisel around January or December, and I'll be showing my results from that coming up soon. So even though we're coaches doesn't mean we stop sharing our journey with different rounds of the fix or different rounds of T25 or whatever you're doing. Continue to show those. Also, if you have a challenger that had a really great result, ask them if it's okay for you to share with on your Facebook page. I asked Teresa if I could a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago before she became a coach, and she was like, yeah, sure. Now, sometimes people don't want you to, or if they say, no, I don't want you to, I say, hey, how about if I cut off your head and you can't see it? And then I usually send it to them for their approval before I post it. But if someone has a great results, I always tell them, like, this needs to be shared. Like, you just did an amazing thing. Don't be ashamed of your before. You should be really proud of where you are. So getting people comfortable with sharing is really awesome. Even if they share on their own wall, it's even better, and tag you. Think of all those friends that like reply, and you can just, even if you tag them, but just replying, you can then, start forming with them. Okay, here's Instagram. I'm going to do the best I can. If Jess, you have anything to add, please do. So Instagram, I do have a few tips, but Instagram should be all about your life. Little pictures should show your personality, should show great tips for bargains, should be really bright and flashy, and you don't want it to be the same thing. You don't want it to be like workout, 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 workout. You want it to be so many different things, just even like random things that you see, quotes, If you went into Starbucks, take a picture of your drink and post it on there. Because there's so many hashtags that it doesn't even matter what the picture, it's the hashtags that people like see and then they follow you. I just use random hashtags today and people follow me and I'm like, well, they're coaches, but I'm like, okay, I don't even know who you are. It's totally different than Facebook. So keep that in mind, making sure you're constantly posting. I think that's a big thing. You can't ever post too much, I feel like, on Instagram. Again, posting, continuing to post same kind of things, posting to your niche, posting transformations. I remember a couple months ago, Cody was going through pages, people's like pages or Facebook pages and saying, giving tips on what you need to add. And I was like, I think my like page is pretty good. I was like, but can you look over it? And she was like, I haven't seen one transformation on your whole page. And I was like, oh, you're right. So making sure we're still including things with Beachbody without being that salesy thing like we were saying. Promote yourself as a coach, showing meals and saying, hey, you can eat like this even on a program. Again, down here, sharing. This is fine. This girl here with the 3-day refresh, as long as it's her. I wouldn't post this if it wasn't me, but I think this might be her, and she just added that 3-day refresh picture above. Share about your challenge groups coming up. So doing more of the pictures of someone before and after, or talking about your challenge group, or a picture of you promoting it, rather than the stock pictures of programs. Again, no selling. Things like, oh, it's last day of the month to get this for whatever. Or I've seen coaches like, buy this at Picture Shakeology and get, and then it's all that stuff. That's, to me, that's salesy more than sharing. Okay, so that's all I have. The other thing I wanted to say about Instagram, I brought this up to someone. Try to share, like if I post something on my Facebook page and I want to post on Instagram, I post them separately rather than sharing. Facebook is really funny, and it's kind of like a separate business that it does not want to be associated with Instagram. So if you are going to share something on Instagram or on Facebook from Instagram, they won't give it as high credit as they would if you posted it from Facebook. So you're not going to get as much traction on it. So one day I posted like a before and after or something like that. I also did this with Hootsuite, which is like a pre-planning post kind of thing. And it was a huge post, and I didn't get like anything on it. And I'm like, Laura, why am I not getting anything? And she looked, she's like, well, you post it with Hootsuite, you post it with Instagram. It's not going to get as much traction unless you post it on Facebook. So it's one extra step. Just post it on Facebook and post it on Instagram, or post it in your, like literally when I get a workout picture, post it on our challenge group. I might be in 3 challenge groups at that point. I post it in the Forever Fixed normally. I post it on my like page, and I post it in Instagram. So there's 4 pages that I posted in right away, and it might be the same picture. Sometimes my post in the challenge group is before I make it pretty and everything, but I just get it all out of the way at that point. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, Teresa, unmute yourself down in the, there you go. Wait, bottom left, the microphone. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. What programs, like, I'm like technologically retarded apparently. Like what programs does everybody use to like do like their banners on their Facebook page? Cause like I haven't done that yet. And like, I don't even know where to start with that.
The cover photo?
Yeah.
It's called PicMonkey.
Okay.
PIC and then monkey.com. It's actually a website. And you can do other things. I've done other, when I want to spend a little bit more time on a post, I use that. But PicMonkey actually has a like Facebook, it says Facebook cover photo, and you can,
okay, all right,
which is nice. You kind of just play around with it. I'll show you. I did this one, like I said, you take a little bit more time with it. I did this one yesterday. It took me a while. Like I was working on this for like 30 minutes to an hour. But this is what I'm going to post when we go on our cruise coming up. So I spent a little more time. This picture of the cruise ship is stock photo. It's from the cruise. And then I added all this stuff. So I try to change my cover photo every like season. So it's a little bit towards the season. Like after I get home from this, I'll probably do like a spring cover photo with bright colors. Plus like things change constantly. Like, I mean, obviously I'm going to put one now, but I'm going to change it once I get married. You know, and there's always pictures like family pictures and things like that you can update it with.
Right. Okay. All right, cool.
Any other questions?
Do we have a challenge group starting next week?
What's her name? Kathleen is going to start one on the 14th.
Okay.
Kathleen Kindred. Let me get back to. Yeah, she's starting one. I'm sorry, on the 15th. Starting on the 15th. And then Kate Rainier is starting one on the 29th. Okay. So you have options. I had someone order today. I'm going to put them in the 29th one just because I feel like it's a little rushed to do the one coming up unless you have someone that's returning.
She's returning.
Okay, then I would put them maybe in that one. She'll probably post that coming up soon.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Any input or things that you've learned, Jess, for Instagram? No?
The power of hashtags. Just adding a lot of hashtags and kind of like seeing what other people are using as hashtags, and seeing what's popular. Also, there are a gazillion like different things like giveaways and contests and all of those sorts of things. And entering those gets you a gazillion followers. Like I posted on a thing, like I randomly did one of the Beachbody contests or whatever. And I don't know how they randomly picked somebody. But since then I've I got like 20 followers in like 20 minutes.
Like what Jess is talking about, she entered in a contest from Beachbody on Instagram, and there's always, she said that, I didn't even know this, it's once a week, it's something different.
Yeah.
And also, like today there was a contest as well on Wednesday. It's actually the 10th of the month, but she won one where she got selected as the person that won that week. It was last week, and she got a free sample of the whole performance line, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just from her doing that, she got all these followers with her.
So it definitely paid off to like enter. And then people that are following that are also doing that same competition, like if they click on that hashtag, then they're going to see all the people that entered and then start following. Like, so even before I won, I was starting to get followers just because they saw I was also involved in the competition that they were in.
Sure.
Right.
So just doing and I actually have 2 Instagram accounts. I have my personal one that I started like 4 years ago, and that I have like pictures of my kids, and I don't know. I'm kind of weird about like having a lot of pictures of my kids like public. So I kept that Instagram account private, and I created a purely fitness one. And I do have like every once in a while, like my kids in a picture or my husband and that sort of thing. But it's just a lot less pictures of my kids on the fitness one. And that one is public. Mm-hmm. If you hashtag, other people can only see your linked picture to that hashtag if your Instagram account is public. So if you keep your Instagram account private, it will not show up under that hashtag. So that's kind of why I made them separate. plus my other page, I follow like all these other like completely like crocheting things and like all this other stuff that I'm like, I kind of just need one that's just focusing on this job and fitness and that sort of thing. And then I kind of bebop back and forth.
And
so I found that makes a difference.
Another good thing about like the private, so that's how you can do the privacy with Instagram. You can kind of get away with it with making 2 accounts. And she, like, her Instagram account for her Beachbody is so obvious because it's just Meisel Fitness. So everyone knows that's her fitness page. But for Facebook, I know Laura was really nervous in the beginning when she started this whole thing with not wanting to post pictures of her kids for everyone to see because she made her Facebook profile public. But what you can do is you can make posts private. So when you post a picture of your kids, at the top has that little arrow and you can post private and it'll say who you want to see and it'll say just friends. So that's when you go on people's Facebook when you're trying to search for people and you see like 1 or 2 pictures from like 3 years ago. It's because that's like the only ones they made public. So they're a private account. If you go to my Facebook page right now, everything's public. I'm sure it'll change someday, but that's like how you can kind of get away with sharing everything and making things a little bit more private for your kids' purposes, if that's how you feel. Any other questions? Nope. Okie dokie. We'll end there, and I will see Teresa in a little bit less than 30 minutes for our camp call. Okay?
Thanks.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.